Hello students, this assignment is from today. It is a troubled empire. To make this a little quicker because I only have a 5-minute time period, I copied this from the PowerPoint earlier. So make sure you fill in this box right here with your criteria for success, which is I can explain the problems that led to the Roman Empire's decline. And the skill we're working on is I can cite evidence from a text using proper format. Make sure to read these directions. Please, please, please read those directions. And I'm going to go ahead and get started just because I want to make sure I have time to explain everything. So the main goal, as you guys can see here, is to cite evidence in this assignment. Okay. And now the first thing, so this is the title of the section, see Chapter 1.1, A Troubled Empire. So remember, our titles and our guiding questions will help us in figuring out what the central idea is, because that's what we're really doing, is we're taking notes to try to help us identify the central idea. So the first question says, what two text features are in the text above? Now we filled this out in class, and the two text features are the title and the guiding question, right? So answering this question right here will tell you why it's a troubled empire and tell you what the central idea is. So the first section, each section has some vocabulary that go with it. You can go ahead and pause the video here if you want to copy it. Those are 4 words in the upcoming text, and this will help you guys with your understanding of some of those more complex terms. So you read through this text. I would actually suggest maybe checking out the questions first. So again, all of our questions are citing evidence. We're quoting. Citing evidence, right? You're quoting stuff straight from the text. So anytime you see quote or cite, you're pulling it straight from the text. So the first question, how did Rome's confusion of violence impact Roman values? And then the second one is just to quote two other negative things that were an effect of Rome's confusion and violence. So for the first one, it's more specific. You're looking for how this impacted Roman values. So I would look for that keyword, Roman values. And this one, you're just looking for two other negative things that happen. Now we did this one in class 2. This is an example. I did a think aloud talking about how I looked for this word values, and eventually I found it down here. Okay, moving on. Next part, economic weakness. Words are inflation, economy. These are already filled out on your worksheet. You'll answer these two, or you'll read these 2 paragraphs. And then for this one, you want to find a sentence that best summarizes the section. So you're looking for a sentence that is kind of general, not too specific, because you want to try to get as much information into one sentence down here as possible. I can give you guys an example of something that I would not use. So do not use this example, and then I'll explain why. So let's say you're like, I like this sentence. This led to inflation, or a steep rise in prices with a matching decline in the value of money. I would say do not use that for a summarizing sentence. Why? Because all this is really doing is giving you a definition. It's not really telling you any specific details, right? This led to inflation, or a steep rise in prices with a matching decline in the value of money. It doesn't really tell you anything about Rome. So we want to find a sentence that tells us about Rome's economic weakness, not just about inflation in general, right? Make sure you guys are using the sentence starters, and then you'll just insert your quote here. So you say, according to the text, it states, right? And you put your quote, your sentence from up here, right there. And then sorry guys, I got something stuck in my throat. I need to drink some water. I'm too busy recording videos. And then you're going to quote 2 effects of the Roman Empire having a weak economy. So Rome has a weak economy when this section starts. So you're just quoting anything from here that tells other effects of that. Invasions is short. Here's a definition for mercenary. It's a professional soldier hired to serve in a foreign army. So they do not serve the country that they're fighting for, and all they really care about is money most of the time. So this question is, what could be a problem with those mercenaries having no loyalty to the army? And that's an opinion, so you're not quoting for this one. Last, right here is who's Diocletian. You're going to tell me what some of his reforms were, once again citing evidence, and then why did they fail, once again citing evidence. And for down here, you're going to copy your answer from question 1, and then answer the exit ticket by following these directions right here, and you're answering this. What is the central idea of the text?